have to come to order, and you will stand with me for the invocation by Brother Roger Higgins, and remain standing for the pledge of allegiance over there. Roger.
Our God, we thank you for the beauty of this day, the glory of your handiwork, and for the opportunity to serve. We ask that you will give us a servant's heart, that everything that we discuss tonight, that every deliberation and every debate be with compassion and understanding. Let's be kindly affectionate one to another and respect each other like we should. We ask that you will help us to serve the community that we've been elected to serve. We ask all these things in your name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Man, we have a good crowd tonight. Welcome, everybody. We will. We'll try to make it as short as possible. So everybody won't go to sleep out there. The first item is consent agenda. What we got there? Is there one right here, consent agenda? We got our water a little bit late, but everybody's seen it. I have a question on it, but we'll wait till we get to the water.
Well, go ahead.
Well, that one, it was 370, 350.
Oh, that's his new bill. That's one that called today.
What do you mean call?
Mr. Flaherty out on Phoenix Circle I told you about. That was,
yeah.
yeah, that's his new bill. That's not past due.
I know, but I mean, that's that much.
Yes, sir. What he was saying, his wife watered the garden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's crying.
He'll be on my side about them
He's
irrigation
crying. He's
meters.
crying. He's done started crying today, so he'll be crying by the end of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to irrigate on that.
And
Let's see,
he-
your water
that good
price,
water ain't-
when it gets to a
That's
certain
the
level,
deal.
boy, it takes
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Is there any questions, any comments, any discussion on the consent agenda?
On the water bill, on the water report still, it looks like that the numbers that are, the numbers of accounts are fewer, but it looks like that the amounts is higher. Is that,
They're
that's the summer,
summer, yeah.
gardens and yards
Gardens and yards, yeah.
swimming pools?
Swimming.
Yeah, they're, people getting a shock.
Yeah.
Has seen if it's been shut off? They paid for
They
that.
paid.
That was old shut off.
Yeah, that's our shut off notice, yeah.
Okay.
We put tags out this month because we didn't get a shut off notice for that.
I'd entertain a motion if we accept the agenda as read. Is there a motion?
I make a motion we accept.
I have a motion. Is there a second?
A second.
I have a second. Any further discussion? How do you vote, Ms. Barney?
Aye.
Marlene?
Aye.
Right there. Aye. On the agenda audits, first thing is Mr. Sam Rudd, Wausau Volunteer Fire Chief, SOTs, and a 50/50. Sam. What is a 50/50 grant?
What is a 50/50 grant? It's through Division of Forestry. It's one of the easiest grants to get out there. We basically pay up front. And
They pay up front.
We pay up front, and then they reimburse us 50%.
I thought it meant 50.
This is y'all's money?
It means 50 chance to get it.
This is going from the volunteer money, the volunteer? Okay.
Yeah.
We bought 4 out of air packs last year on the 50/50 grant, and that come out of fire funds. And they've got a chance to get 4 more new air packs at the same price of last year. And so they've applied for the 50/50 grant for those air packs, but they want them out of volunteer funds.
How many would that give us now that's where you want them to be?
Well, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to actually take because these are high pressure tanks instead of low pressure. We're going to take the tanks off of these and have the packs for spares and put the tanks on the truck. That way we'll have 4 packs and 4 high pressure tanks to go with them. So,
How do they have to be inspected? I don't know anything about that. Do you have to have a certified?
well, you got to flow test them every year, and you got to hydro them every 3 years.
Every 3 years?
Yep.
Okay, for what you just said, low pressure means that's just your one that I see everybody wearing if they haven't seen it, and high pressure does.
Low pressure was 2216, or still is, and high pressure, what everybody's going to is 4500. So,
4,500,
PSI,
okay,
you get a lot more air in a tank, get a lot longer use out of it.
okay. Okay, it don't have anything to do with breathing, it's got to do with capacity.
Yep.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Do you need more?
Could use more, but that's,
8, that's a pile.
That would be-
yeah, but we really need more tanks, but that's
Yeah, you
$1,000
get more
a hit,
tanks,
so.
yeah. I say 8's a pile.
No.
I mean, but you only ever have is 2 in and 2 out, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's right.
2 in, 2 out, plus,
Or
you know,
four in, 4 out, everybody
Yes.
say what it is, it's,
Mhm.
they call it 2 in, 2 out, but if you're in 4 in, that means you got to have equal amount on the
Yeah.
outside to go get them.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I can't imagine any structure in this area that needs 4 in and 4 out, so. I mean, you got 4 in these structures, that you'd be running over each other around here.
you
But I
might
mean,
want to look next door.
Huh?
You might want to look next door,
Look, what? Look.
right up there.
Oh, church.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
got churches, you got Masonic
Yeah.
Lodge, you got quite a few big
Yeah.
buildings around here.
I mean, it'd be, I'm okay with it, it's just, I mean,
I was only
I mean,
thinking
yeah.
if it's 50-50 and you're asking for 4, and I didn't look at the budget then, do we need to get a couple more out of the fire department budget, out of the town budget? or
Not
do
right
we
now,
just
this
do
will
what
get
you-
us
you
by
just
for a
want to do
while,
what
and
you
then
want
we'll
to do?
regroup to go again.
What did you say had to be done every 3 years?
Hydro.
And could I just ask a question? One of the girls in our group, her house caught on fire. And when they were done, they were doing some kind of an inspection to see if there's any heat or fire anyplace. And somehow it got left behind, so they had to go get it. And she said they went all over the house and the roof and stuff like that. Did we have one of those? And
No.
This was High Point, I think.
No,
What is that? I mean, is
it's
it
a thermal imaging camera.
Oh,
Are they very expensive?
Kind of pricey.
Yeah,
We
Like
had
kind
one.
of-
and they have feet
we
too.
had-
yeah.
They walk off.
We had stolen.
They sure do.
Because, I mean, she was really impressed with the fact that, and they did find one place that it was hot. and they-
Had a hot spot.
They work real
They
good.
had-
When you got them.
Oh,
Is volunteer budget
Yeah.
good?
Uh,
Is there, the
yeah.
funds are,
That's about 14 something, I think. Sure did, I think it's 14,000 or something.
we
like
just
that.
need a motion.
Yeah, we need a motion on the 50/50 grant.
I make a motion that we, apply for 50, or allow the fire department to apply for 50/50 grant for,
Where?
4, high-pressure air tanks.
You've heard the motion.
Everybody.
You heard the motion, I hear a second.
A second.
I have a second. Any further discussion? How you vote, Ms. Martin? And Marty?
aye.
On this SOG, I was ready to accept it. I just worked as hard as I could accept it. I got a couple, 3 questions, but what I.
Okay.
Let's start off with on the second page, whatever it is. As I read this, it tells you that this is a SOG, but you don't really have to go back.
Well, it's
And that don't make any
SOG.
sense to me.
That's an SOG, it's not a SOP.
Right, but I mean, when you're instructing somebody, this is the way we want us to run our fire department, and the first thing it says on the first page is, this is the SOG, but if you think that you're not doing it right, you just go ahead and make up your own mind about it. And for people to just come and just learn to be firefighters, I can't imagine how you want them to just use their independent preference to it. I just don't understand.
Well, it's pretty much up to, if that person that's in charge at that time sees that this particular way ain't gonna work, he's got flexibility, he or she has flexibility to adjust to what they need to.
Okay, is that gonna cover us?
Yeah.
That's gonna cover us if somebody gets there and messes up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you be opposed to calling it a procedure, changing it to a procedure?
Well, our SOPs is actually the ordinance.
But, yeah, I'd rather have just the SOG, but, I read that ordinance, I couldn't, I was supposed to read it for some reason, I'm not sure why. I couldn't get in, what was I supposed to get out of that?
I've talked with Chief Rudd about these, and I like them.
Yeah, I'm talking about,
But
I don't know
the
what
same
I'm supposed to
question
get
that
out
you
of it.
have is the ones I had last month on the bigger set, or the ones we've read before, was that if you don't, if we're doing this for insurance, and we don't do this, if we don't enforce this, and I'm not just talking about making up your mind, because I think whoever's on the scene's got to make up their mind based on the evidence or the facts that you're dealing with. But from there on back, if we don't do what we say that the guideline is and don't document that we're doing it, I wonder about the protection. Other than that, I've got one other thing to say about them, but other than that, I like the guidelines for our jurisdiction.
On the last page. I believe, cadet members. Does our workers' comp don't carry somebody 16 years old? I can't imagine that cadet member would be involved in it.
That was taken a few years ago, and it was actually pulled from the state website as to how to do that. And it was put in there in the event that we did go in that direction, it would be there.
Well, but from our standpoint, like
If
I've
y'all
told
don't
you
get in there,
many
we'll
times
just not
before.
do it,
I've
you
told you
know,
many times before, I don't want to know how to fight a fire. I don't care how to fight a fire. I just want to make sure that we're covered, and that y'all are covered. Your chief can be covered.
Well, like I say, that part right there was taken straight from the state fire marshal's
I don't,
office
I
stuff,
would
so.
not accept for that. But I can't imagine us, trying to have 16, 17-year-old kids out there running around. I mean, we would have no protection. You wouldn't have any protection. Nobody would have any protection from a legal standpoint. I just wouldn't even.
Did you, Margaret, do this way when he asked about the insurance 16, 17? Is our insurance not going to cover them?
I didn't ask about 16 and 17.
No, I
I
thought he
did.
asked, I thought he asked, and I
Would
thought
it
you
cover
shook your
16,
head.
17?
I don't think so.
I can't imagine. I can't
I
imagine
would
covering
not.
anything under 18 years old.
Our liability would now, because it covers our ball players, or anybody gets hurt on
Yeah.
our physical property,
But you gonna pay a
our
workers'
general
comp?
liability. But we don't pay workman comp on 16, 17-year-olds.
Is our liability sufficient to answer your question, if our liability would cover them?
If it's not gonna have workers' comp, because like I said, it's just going.
Our liability would cover if they got hurt at the firehouse or on the
I
street.
can't imagine you being able to go out there and fight a fire with 16,
Not on the
17-year-old
same.
kids. I can't imagine that. I mean, it's not a big deal, it's, just one little piece of it. But I mean,
If we adopt everything and leave cadet members' participation, you got 5 things that they can do. If we adopt everything else and leave that off.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I don't care if you
Do you-
take
do
the
you
whole
have any-
thing off, period.
Do you
know,
have any
that's it.
cadet, do you have any cadet members now?
No.
So it's really not something
it
we're
should be
leaving.
immaterial, but I mean, it still would be part of the SOT. I mean, I can always revisit these things at a later date. But, that was the only 2 things I had. One is just it doesn't really protect anybody, and the other was that those cadets. And that's the only real complaints I've got about it. Other than that, it's okay, I guess. Fair.
Because we haven't had any, accidents or events or anything like that, lots of this stuff you haven't had to deal with, but it's there in case you do have to deal with it. That's the purpose of it. You would, or if we have had some, have you documented that we did this? If you've had to, if you have to do a personnel thing, not that we have to, but if you, some of these things in here says that you or the assistant chief or an officer will do this, will do that, or if we do this for the people, you would document that with, I mean,
Yes.
there's a way that we can know that this is being followed if we adopt it.
Now, what we need to do is everybody needs to sign that they have a copy of this and
Right.
that they read it and they understand it now. Okay,
Yeah.
that. We've not done that yet, but.
But they're doing that at the next meeting. We asked them to.
Well, if y'all want to try to adopt it, if y'all want to adopt it, as is, that's fine with me. I just vote no, but I'm just one of four, so if y'all want to do it, it's okay with me.
One thing about the cadet thing, a few years ago, high school seniors could go to Votech during the day and take their Fire One class as part of their curriculum at high school. There had to be a cadet program put into fire departments to allow these people to be a part of the system. And that was where that actually come from.
I can see that at Chipley. Just drive across 90 and you're there and you got a program, that's okay, but I mean, we don't even have people available except whatever y'all have a meeting one night every week or so. I mean, I just give you my opinion on it. And
You are still requiring all the training before you let anybody on the truck. I mean, it says our guidelines are going to be whatever's required, and I know that one time we had the thing where we have to, the CFA have to send them to classes and things like that. So anybody that goes on a run, anybody that goes on a call, may not have the years of experience that the chief or some of these other guys, but they do have the same training to whatever level they've advanced to. But they got the same basic training that it takes to get on the truck that anybody's been on the department for 20 years does. So they're expected to perform according to that standard or that level of training. The other question I had, Mr. Chairman, I talked to the chief about this. I don't know if it's a good habit or a bad habit. Margaret sometimes frowns on me, but I learned over the years, almost everything I read, I didn't just read it, I proofed it while I was reading it. And I did find a number of structural errors, spelling, grammar, some things like that. And I talked to the chief about this. This is a compilation. This is not something that he and the group sat down, and so it's not a criticism that somebody did, but it's a compilation of things. I marked this copy as a win, and I'm prepared to vote on it tonight, but I asked the chief, what I'd like to do is if there's a motion and if we have a vote, I would like to have Betty or Margaret or someone to retype this and to set it in a presentable manner. And one of the things, and this may be foolish pride or it may be whatever it is, if somebody does come in and get one of these things, when they look at it and read it, I want it to be right, legible, set up like it ought to be, because anything that goes out of this office represents the town. So and Chief said he didn't have any problem with that if we had grammatical errors. And my proofing could stand to be proofed. I don't care if somebody else proofs it behind me, but I never signed a letter that I didn't read or and it's not, it's
And
maybe
we vote to take the cadets out, we can do that at the same time.
it may be a dozen places in there. Sometimes it's where we didn't double space between paragraphs, and we just need to look at it and set it up and have a good looking document.
I'll entertain a motion that
To adopt the SOGs as prepared by the Wausau Volunteer Fire Department.
as written,
As prepared, with any, you can add any changes to the motion if you want the cadets out or,
I'd like to see it read as, I'm hoping I'm putting words in people's mouth. I'd like to be able to vote on it as a yes. Well, I can't vote on it as it's written with the cadets in there. But, other than that, it's acceptable. But, you wanna vote on it as is, then that's fine with me too.
Well, you can add a,
The
you know,
cadet-
take
the
your
cadets.
pay.
not
And I
up.
can just vote no
That's
and
not
be
up.
over with.
Okay. I make a motion that we adopt the SOGs as presented by the Volunteer Fire Department with the edits of removing the cadet section and resetting the document, checking it for not to change content, just to change grammar, sentence structure, editorial.
Y'all understand that one? I mean, we got, it's a kind of a long drawn out, but,
Can I say something? If you change the sentence structure, I could put a different meaning to it.
You're not gonna change the sentence structure.
Huh?
You're not gonna change the sentence structure, or just the errors.
Okay, we may not be calling sentence structure the same thing. What you mean?
If you put a comma or a period or a hyphen in a certain spot, it will change the structure. It will change the content.
of course. I mean,
This is all just capitalization and,
You're
spelling
mainly worried
errors.
about spacing and,
Spelling
Yeah.
errors.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, I noticed when there, where there was a place that, there, T-H-E-R, and it was like T-H-E-R-E.
T-H-E-R-E.
I mean, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about changing the structure of the thing and making it sound like we're not approving what's here. We're gonna approve what's here with one exception. And just taking, like I said, double spacing between paragraphs or something. I'm not into that
and-
way.
I understand
and there's
that,
a
but,
place,
you know, you
you're-
mentioned
you-
changing the sentence structure.
No, we're not.
And that was just a series of things that I talk about when I talk about doing edits. But there was a place, exactly what you just said. I had to read it 3 times because it talked about, I don't even remember the first words, but it's talking about something then about oxygen deficient and something else. And that said to me oxygen deficiency, not oxygen deficient. If we're using the wrong word.
I understand. I just
Okay,
wanted to make
okay.
that note.
But I went back and read it, and it says oxygen deficient atmosphere. And then deficient is the right word. So I didn't just look at them lightly. I looked at them more than one time, and I went back and struck out the thing that I intended to correct. I went back and struck it out because it was right in the first place. So I don't think I got anything in there, like you said, the THEIR versus THRE, or something like that.
Because we're gonna go back over them again.
I'm trying to say what we're gonna
And
do.
if y'all change the meaning of something, we're gonna come back
Yeah.
and say, hey, we can't have this.
We can revisit it. We don't have to approve it tonight. I mean, that's, if y'all wanna wait and reread this after it's been rewritten. I mean, this
Y'all
has
write
been
it
going
up.
on for 6 months, so
Go with it, and like I say, if
one more month not gonna make any difference.
when we go over it, if we see something that was not like it
Oh.
would be, we'll address it.
Well, we'll provide you with this copy and the new copies where you can compare what was changed.
Okay.
Yeah, well, they'll have their copy because we got it from them in the first place.
Yeah, we got ours.
Well, it's got Roger marked.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about my marked up,
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah, we
absolutely,
provide that to them as well as the new.
absolutely.
You've heard the motion. Do I hear a second? Do we adopt this,
Well, I may need to withdraw that motion if we're saying if we're gonna come back and look at it later, because my motion was to adopt.
well, we can adopt it, but we can, I'd rather just wait. Tell you the truth, we're gonna do all this, I'd rather just put it on another
Mr. Chairman,
month.
I withdraw my motion to adopt.
I don't know.
I don't know that I had a second anyway, so I don't know that we have to withdraw. You just,
Okay, we'll revisit this next month.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else got any, whoa, hang on, anybody else got any questions from, Clem?
I'm good.
No, has anybody here got any questions?
I can't find it where I found, but, it may be in there, where just children, anyone that's in the fire department cannot be on the fire truck, can
That is correct.
they? Okay. I just,
does that include parades?
No.
yeah, besides,
That was,
besides that, but going
Okay.
to,
that
Wait,
came
please
up,
keep
that came
on
up one time, and I'd hate to see us,
that's,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole different realm.
Okay.
Okay. Different, wouldn't be in this then. Okay.
Okay, no more questions from Sam? Okay, thank you, sir. Next item. James Walston, Recreation Director, with a season report.
Mayor, council, how are y'all?
Good.
Well, as you know, the season's over, and I think we were pretty successful, from no teams to 5 teams. In the concession stand, and I brought my concession stand guru here. She don't get enough credit, and I want to make sure Karen got noticed for all this credit on a lot of this fundraising. But we brought over $4,300 in the concession stand. Now, we paid out $1,820 to the umpires, which made our grand profits for the concession stand $2,481. And the cake auction and the chili auction, which she was a big help with that also, we raised $4,026 on the cake auction and the chili auction, or the cake, the chili cook-off, which brings our grand total of what we raised, $6,782.
That's a profit.
That's profit.
Profit
Right.
after.
That's
what
after
was
we
bought?
paid everybody. That's $6,872.
No, that's not including the equipment.
That's
No,
what I was
that's-
wondering, or the food and the stuff.
Well, there's
that's
food still in
down
there.
below.
We haven't got all that. We've had auditors this week and, we've had,
That don't include the
Yes.
donations people give us also.
The equipment, most all the equipment is gonna be most all of it's gonna be a one-time buy.
Right.
You know, like the catcher's mask and, for.
well, we
down the
bought,
line.
for the concession, actually, we bought a popcorn machine,
Yeah.
we bought some crock pots, we bought fryer, little things like that.
Yeah, those are not included in this.
No, that's not included. We'll have that next month when we get it all totaled up.
That's just
We
what I
just
made
got
out
the
there.
concession monies today, so we'll have a full spreadsheet for you next month on what.
They don't bring in, what people donated before the
Right.
season started,
Right.
Yeah.
what we spent.
Did you find
Food.
any of those things when you
That'd
went
be all.
down there, popcorn machine or some things like that? Did you find any in the building? We had all those things one time, but that's been closed for
Those had legs
several
too.
years,
They
and
have legs.
well, that's what I was asking. Are we gonna be able to make sure that we can secure
We've got new
these?
locks on everything down there.
Huh?
We got new locks on everything down there.
Yeah.
Now,
We
did
can't even
have-
get- the
we
pest
did have
control-
someone break in, I don't know if you was aware of the concession stand, we did have somebody go in there and got some sodas out.
Yeah.
But I hope you change that lock.
It's changed.
Like I said, if you got a 3210, you might as well just leave the lock off and throw it on the ground, because
Everybody
everybody in
else
Washington
wants
County
that.
got a key to that stuff. What else thing
Nothing foolproof.
Oh.
Foolproof.
this is this is in the same program. All on the fences, for better lack of word. Used to, we always had these places where they advertised, everybody had these big
We have that
boards up there.
list.
And I didn't know if you had a list, or maybe somebody, like you maybe get with Margaret sometimes in the future, and you'll have a little more time. And if you could contact those people, or maybe Margaret and all that kind of
We
thing.
usually send out a renewal letter in February for those.
Yeah, but we didn't send out one.
No, because fire department beat us to them all with the ad sales this year.
I believe we can still touch base with them.
Yeah, we will,
You know,
yeah.
sometimes we not last a year.
It was not set
I
in
mean, it'd
stone
just
in
be income.
February that we were gonna have any teams, so it just sort of got
They
slow.
do it, it's like a sponsorship, but they get a little bit of recognition, so they'll give a little more money that way.
Absolutely. And on the same line, I just hadn't got to it, all the people that sponsored us through donations and stuff, I would like to come up with some kind of plaque and put it on the concession stand. You know, those people that donated money, we can list their names up. These people proudly support the youth program and run their names down.
Yeah.
And it's something else that I would like to do. Other than, the big sponsorships of businesses, we had a lot of individuals give us money, and I would like their names put
I
up there.
think it'd be great, yeah. But leave a place now so that maybe, so that you can add to it. Maybe we could say, there's room for some more down here or something like that.
Absolutely.
Give them an incentive to get it. Yeah, that sounds good. Anything else? You got anything?
Yeah, is there something besides this?
On what?
This
That's it.
This is, this looks like a
Correct.
printout of,
That's just a check bank statement there.
Yeah. A copy of the budget?
No, that's not a copy of the budget, no.
Okay. What is the recreation budget?
It was very slim to start with. We're gonna have to do a redo on that because
Yeah.
we didn't have ball teams last year when the ball was
Well,
set.
I'm listening to him talking, sound like he's practically raised his budget.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's good, that's just amazing almost. They probably haven't been $2,400 through that concession stand since downloading just a minute.
Well, this is another good thing, doing this year. But when we start working on our budget,
Yeah,
we will have an idea of what it costs us,
Yeah.
and then a fair idea of what comes in is,
yeah.
at the end of the season. We can't depend on what comes in at the end of the season, but it'll give us a lot better.
We can do better with
era.
more teams, and I plan on having more teams. The more teams I can have out there, the better we are.
That's great.
That's my goal next year, is to double the teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you go from here now? I mean, we got
For the rest of the
over
year.
half a year, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought it up. Well, right now, I plan on trying to maybe try a little bit of karaoke. We got a karaoke machine, just something to break the ice and keep the kids going. But I would like to see, there's a couple things. One of them, I would like for us to get inside, back to the Possum Palace and paint that concrete out there and put the goals back up. The basketball goals. If we paint it with, they got this material you can paint it with, it's no slip, and make it look nice again and put the goals back up, I can probably get some little one-on-one tournaments, 3-on-3 tournament type things going on out there, and getting more people out under there, and we can get that involved. Got the camera system, if we can keep that on, so we can monitor it. And then I would be there more often to make sure I check the doors and that kind of things also. This fall, we would like to carry a fall festival on. That's in the plan right now. Karen, I'll let you talk about it here a little bit, but with the fall festival, I've already touched bases with some of the local talent like Jimmy Miller and that group to see if we can get some country bluegrass type music going on under the fall, for the fall festival. And with that in mind, and I'll let you talk about it if you want to, we want to put on some apple bobbing and different games to maybe make some money and bring in the crowd. And she can tell, she got a better idea. You want to mention that to them, what we had planned?
Yeah, we had talked about doing, taking one of the baseball field out there by the Possum Palace and getting someone to donate hay bales and setting up a maze out there. So all ages would be able to participate. Doing an old-fashioned cakewalk, possibly a jail and bail, all the little games and everything, free candy for the kids and all. So something for the teenagers, for the parents, possibly a cornhole competition for the adults to bring the families out together this fall to do some stuff with the kids and everything, bring the community together. Because, we have Fun Day in August and something to bring everybody out to participate together.
We heard the fire department has a haunted house, and we could also bring that in. I think it would be a good idea to incorporate it all together, maybe, if that's workable.
We got a premier group here that's done everything for children that's been done in the town for the last number of years. I'd like to see you make sure that you work with our fire chief and our fire department, because they have been, before we really had a going rec program,
Right.
they have been as good a substitute as we could have for activities for our children, and I'd like to still see them involved.
Yeah, I knew they had the haunted house, and I think it would just enhance the haunted house. Like I said, we could add these other things onto it, maybe get some more people out there.
Yeah.
I think it would be a good thing. Also, I am not through. I need to check and make sure people have brought up soccer and some other sports, and I haven't really talked to. I need to talk to the other cities to see what they got that we can get involved in, but I haven't gotten there yet. But right now, I want to try the karaoke thing and see how it turns out. It won't cost us nothing. We got a popcorn machine, and we got plenty of soda still in the concession stand that I got to do something with.
Yeah.
And I can make some Kool-Aid, and maybe my goal was to try to find a bunch of kids that would sing the national anthem, and this is a good way to get them out there to see if we can do a little karaoke to see if I can get some interest on it.
I think I'll let talent out there if we don't even know about it. Maybe they don't even know they're talented.
All right.
I know that, and we talked just a little bit, the league that we're part of, and that season's in and all like that, but is there anything that keeps us from playing baseball all across the summer?
No, sir.
If just friendly competition, some kind of schedule, softball, or boys, girls, the whole thing, something that we can do.
The church league would be.
While school is out.
Softball, church league,
Yeah.
and in the fall is the best time to play baseball. That's when my son plays. It's cool.
Yeah.
Right now it's
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we could try something like that. You know, I can open up, and I even talk with some of the parents, and I can hold some free lessons out there on hitting and throwing, and see if we got
are you
any.
old enough to remember when Mr. John Carter was coaching?
Sir?
Mr. John Carter, you know,
Taught me how to
baseball,
bunt.
he taught you how to bunt, yeah. Baseball season used to didn't start till school was out. We played June, July, and August, and it was over with in August, now it's over with by the time that school is out. So what do we do in the summer? I look forward to the league because I didn't have to hoop or do something else.
It's gonna be hard to get the kids out there in the heat of the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially on that, and that's another thing, we're gonna have to work on them fields some. They work really hard on those fields, but before next year, we need to get that clay and stuff they got out there and try to find some better material, because if it wasn't for them and the sprinkler system and stuff that we had, those fields would have been like playing on concrete.
I mean, but y'all know what you need. Do you have any source of this?
Now, I'll have to research it. I know what I need, I just need to find it. We need some sand in
I
there.
know you need sandy clay.
Yeah. Well, we need sand, a lot of sand mixed with clay, yeah. Be nice if we had.
I know a lot of sand. Down sand hills.
We need sandy clay, no rocks in the clay. We got plenty of rocks now.
It took a lot of hard work.
I'm sure it
It
did.
took a lot of hard work from these guys just to keep them playing. They look good, but that was because they worked,
Yeah.
real hard. And I can't expect to have them out there every year either, so we need to fix something that's a little bit less maintenance.
and I appreciate the number of people that, when he reached out to them, responded and coached and did all the things that they did.
Tell you what.
And Karen, aren't y'all trying to work with the fire department? Sam, are they trying to work with y'all on the 5K?
I've got to get with Sam. I had to go out of town, and I was supposed to go out with them last week, but I got to get up with Sam and help them about some stuff, so.
Sound like you got a plan.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Go ahead.
On the irrigation, with the parking for Fun Day and events down there, would that mess it up if we were to get some irrigation?
We put lids over it.
Okay.
Don't we, Sam, put
And
the
you
lids
can
over
still
the?
park?
Still park, yes, ma'am. As long as we don't go back to what we were doing, letting people go out there and cut figure eights and, that kind of thing.
Well, we wouldn't let them, they would just do it.
Well, they were letting themselves do it, one or the other.
Yeah.
But yes, and some of the fields, the outfields needs some work done on it too,
So that.
There is irrigation out there.
In one field.
There is.
In that.
That one field does have irrigation, but how we're gonna
Don't
find
ask me
it.
the condition of it.
How you gonna find it? You turn it on.
We got plans,
Does
yeah.
either field have irrigation on any field too?
Some of them has
No.
been cut.
It's
Oh,
on
maybe talking about the infield.
infield.
You just need
irrigation.
water on the infield? Is that what it said?
Yeah, what we're referring to is irrigation on the infield.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to keep the
Yeah.
clay from getting so hard.
Yeah.
Busted out.
Jason, how much would it cost to put Crest Creek on the infield?
Put what?
Crest Creek? Because that seems to be a lot.
Like that, you're way out of my expertise. I have no idea. I thought clay was clay and sand was
But to
sand.
answer your question, we do have a possibility, there is always a possibility of having some tournaments out here through the year, especially on in now and on into the fall. Is get some of these travel ball teams in here. The girls softball even mentioned, and maybe more so the girls softball right now, I know is interested in it because they play on clay fields. Not so much the boys don't play on clay fields, but the girls.
Next year, they're gonna have a league for me and you to play.
No, sir. No, sir.
They'll be
Y'all not
insured.
gonna have one for me to play.
But all these, anybody, if I bring them in, they all insured and sanctioned, so we don't have to worry about insurance or anything like that. Other than if we start a team, then we'd have to make sure they're insured, but other than that.
Yeah,
we play.
our softball, girls softball are playing some travel ball, aren't they?
Right, yeah. And Tony had talked to me about doing some of that before.
Yeah, he was going to Bethlehem Graham or Poplar Springs or something last night, or Tuesday night.
Anything further?
Well,
It's looking good so far.
Appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to do this.
Hey, we appreciate you doing it. You don't know how much. I promise you, every time I go there and see that.
And I appreciate these guys here. Like I said, you know,
Oh,
y'all give me
yeah,
the
every time I
credit.
go down and.
These
Well,
folks
and
right here.
we don't know all the people that helped you.
Even the
Please-
umpires, I mean.
Yeah, please take our
Wouldn't be an
thanks.
umpire out there, but he does it.
And I appreciate you guys letting me run with the program. I look around at some of the other cities and they having a hard time, and I'm not gonna name names, but, I appreciate you letting me just run with it and not second guessing.
Well, I said,
everything I'm
you're
doing.
the guy with expertise. I don't need to know. I mean, I'm just happy that y'all do it. I'm down a few times, and man, that ball field, both of them just full of players and kids running around and mothers and fathers, and then for that cake auction and the chili cook-off. Got one complaint on that chili thing though. Don't give me another thumbful anymore.
Yeah.
We go, next year we do this.
You ever seen that people walk
We're doing
around
homemade
like
ice
that, get that stuff out of it?
cream. Next year it'll be homemade ice cream.
All right.
What-
No chili.
Now,
More than that,
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, we get a bigger cook.
Everybody walking around, you see everybody punching that stuff.
As far as
All
the
you see on
program
their
too,
shirt,
this next year before, way I want to get the program larger is I want to try to find coaches to identify, I can start right now, trying to find coaches to identify that will coach each individual team like Curtis Carter, to take it to, like Curtis. I'm gonna knock on his door if he don't answer. But I want to try to find a coach for each league. That way, when we advertise to sign up, the parents and everybody will know, hey, we mean business here at Wausau.
Yeah.
We got coaches in place, and this is who we want to sign out. So you'll hear me from now until sign-ups trying to find people and hitting around the bush trying to find a coach that will coach these folks. So the parents and everybody will be already knowing, hey, we got a coach on this team. They've already been identified, and everything else will fall right in. And the guy's not here, but Scott, he helped me coach the 9-10-year-old. I wish he was up here. This guy he lived in Enterprise. He just moved to Chipley. He has no family here whatsoever. And he was driving from Chipley to Wausau to coach the 9-10-year-old team. Just a super outstanding guy. And I really appreciate, him going above and beyond. Like I said, he didn't have family out here. Most of us do, but he didn't. And he was making that trip, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Maybe he was getting something out of it too, make him feel like got a family here. And he can see his family. Yeah.
When I interviewed James and brought the recommendation that he be our person, I told him to call me if he need me, but need me if he called me. And he has not bothered us. The program that you have down there, these people, and probably people that aren't here, did what's been done down there. And I think it's just, for the first year, I think it's just an amazing thing. We hadn't had that many children playing down here since my children were children, probably.
Speaking of that, we got a team going to the state tournament. I'm sure you're going to bring it up, but I don't think Wausau, I can't remember, you guys been here longer than me, but I don't think Wausau has ever had a team to go represent the city of Wausau in a state tournament. This is not a district. They already passed that. They're going to the state tournament, and they'll be playing teams from Miami and other places like that. So it's significant. They're going to be carrying that Wausau name, and I'm really proud of that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, we got him, I believe, next on it. He's gonna give us.
Even the old people like it. My husband and I don't have anybody playing. We love to watch them.
Yeah.
They're fascinating.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, James. Next is Mr. Jason Rudd, also Ozone.
Good afternoon.
Good
Evening.
afternoon.
First of all, I'd like to thank the council. I guess it was back in January I was here, and I talked to you guys about getting the rec department going, and you guys said you would support us, and you have. And I want to tell you, I appreciate it. And James, when I found him, and he helped the program out tremendously. So I appreciate that. And now, we had a good season. We had 5 teams up there. And our team actually, like James just said, we advanced through district. Actually, we didn't even have to play district. We got a bye through district and going to state. And I'd like to approach the council about helping support us, because You know, it's pretty expensive to go down there when you're carrying 12 kids.
Where you going to?
Sebring, Florida.
Okay.
Sebring's,
My wife was born in Sebring.
you,
might have
you,
to go down there.
you familiar where Sebring's at?
Yeah.
It's between Orlando and Clewiston down there.
Yeah,
I guess it's about 9 or 10 hours, ain't it?
yeah, about 9,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a pretty good trip
It's
down there.
about 11 when you're out.
Well, y'all gonna charter a bus, or how y'all gonna travel? I'm just asking questions.
Right, I understand. We have the travel taken care of. We're gonna borrow the van from Shepherd's Gate. They've offered to let us use it. And we've got sponsorship for the fuel. So we're gonna take their van, take all the kids down there. The biggest expense is gonna be lodging for the kids. We gotta get 12 rooms, and that's gonna be around $1,000 a night. And we hope to be there for 7 nights.
7?
You gotta be there on Thursday for opening day ceremonies on Friday. The tournament starts on Saturday, and it goes through till the following Thursday.
Do we get a good deal if we do it about a week instead of about a night?
Unfortunately, I don't do it that way. But if we have our way, we'll go all the way till the playing the championship game.
Yeah.
However, of course, you know, it might not work out like that. We hope it does, but we're gonna do the best we can.
Hmm.
And they're also doing rib sales, if y'all need to order ribs.
Yes,
Please
we are
do.
doing a rib sale.
And they're sitting at Walmart, some of the little fellas was hot up there this weekend sitting
When
there.
is this tournament?
July the 16th. It starts on
July
July the 16th. So we got a little while to raise some money, and we're working at it. We got about $1,500 so far. You know, we're just getting going on. But like she said, we got a rib sale going on. We're planning a little home run derby up here. Haven't got it all planned out yet, so I can't give you a whole lot of information on it. And we're hitting up politicians as hard as we can go.
This is a good year for that.
And anything else
Now,
that
next year we
can
won't
think
get
of.
any, but we get some money.
You know, the fire department too, you know.
We already have, we give them $300.
Y'all go $1,000.
Development Club here? What are you at, what are you trying to raise? What have you got to go?
All right.
I know you got these things, but on top of these things, what do you need?
Room and board.
Okay, what we gotta have, like I said, it's $1,000 a night, $7,000, any way you look at it. That's just for lodging. We got the van and the gas covered, so we're looking at feeding them. I'm figuring another 25, when you say, Brian? So that's $9,500 we gotta come up with,
You need $10,000 between now and July.
16. Now, I'm not in here to ask the town of Wausau $10,000, don't get me wrong.
I'm trying to say, I ain't got enough cans that I picked up on the side of the road for that.
But we would like to ask you to help us out, you know, we don't want to put you in a bind, of course.
Well, I feel up front, I would like to at least go at least 1,000 up front. And then maybe we can work from there if necessary, if it.
If you run short,
you get-
come back.
If you get a feeling that we're not gonna make this goal, I mean,
Right?
Besides our recreation budget, do we have any other, community chest fund or something like that? I know we do like, project graduations and things like that. Is those kind of monies that we can use for this, and does our budget have?
We can do a budget amendment for this. This was unplanned. It'll be an amendment wherever it goes.
So this right now would come out of recreation?
General funds.
General fund?
General funds.
Okay. Out of general fund?
Out of general.
How would it come out of
Well, they
recreation?
can come out of recreation if you want to, but you're cutting recreation short for their
Yeah.
fall season, you know.
Yeah, but I just heard him say that he's generated some monies that they don't have the access, or do they have access to some of that money you
No, so
generate?
what the mayor just said, I think would be, if we give them some money now and we readdress it and see how much they need when they get there, that way you will know.
By our July meeting, you should know how close you are, shouldn't you, Jason, by July what is it? How are we meeting July, don't you got a calendar?
we'll have to meet before the 14th, that's for sure.
And we're gonna come back on the 28th?
Yeah, we gotta be back on.
14th is the second Thursday.
That's what I said, we gotta meet,
That
gotta be less than 16.
They need to be
anyway.
down there by then, or ready to go by
About the 14th.
14th, 15th.
So y'all won't have another meeting before?
We'll have the 28th.
Well, we're gonna have a special meeting the 28th, and that's gonna give us some, another,
Couple, 3 weeks.
2 weeks.
3 weeks, 2
Another
weeks.
19 days.
So maybe by then y'all can give us another.
Yeah, we'll have a better
update.
handle on it, I think.
Give us just another, give you more an update.
Yes, sir.
That way I would know exactly what we have in the recreation fund by then too. 'cause-
Yeah, that's what I said, it'll be more,
Yeah.
that was more information to work with, but I would certainly not, up front. I'm not sure where this, I'm not that much on this money, where this fits into. I do know that we added some money in our general fund from a sale of a generator. If
That
we
was the water
might-
department.
Oh, the water department can't have that.
Water department is flexible, it can go anywhere too. Water and general funds can go anywhere.
That's what I'm saying, I believe we can find, can help you with it. I mean, after y'all give it your very best shot.
I'd like for us to commit
Let
to,
me, can I
Yeah.
share something?
Yes.
Our Teen Talent was, our youth at our church was, the other week was, they're having to fund money too to go to Teen Talent at Orlando. And, for quick money maker, we did pretty good. We made $500 one Saturday morning car washes.
Car wash?
I'd already thought of that. You got some guys the right age for that. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
if you know, I mean.
Yeah, we got a little-
I mean, every little bit helps.
It'll give a
Yes, you're
sense
right.
of earning it
I
instead
didn't know when
of
you
just.
had a car wash, you had 3 cars you can bring out.
yeah,
We made $500 other Saturday
That's
morning.
great, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to pick a site that everybody can see it from.
We did it at O'Reilly's.
Well, yeah, I hadn't even thought about something like that.
Mhm.
We
Yeah,
got-
we
You get a lot
got
more
that.
chipping and you'll get more.
We thought about, matter of fact, Brian brought up car wash, they did it. Brian's took teams to state for, and he knows the
Yeah.
ins and outs, he knows how to do it.
Yeah, Wausau, you don't want to wash these around here because they too much mud on them anyway.
No, it probably be better in Chipley.
yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, those are great ideas.
yeah. I believe by then y'all can,
Or do you want to commit to a figure tonight, or we want to commit that they can come back and we're gonna send them?
they can be assured in their mind they're gonna get a 1,000. And then we will come back and revisit this probably on the 28th.
28.
And if you will, come back by and let's give an update. By then, would y'all have your information available? The monies and we'll just meet.
Like,
We
give you
gotta
time
meet
to
here
look at whatever
anyway.
budgets you need to and say where we have monies that we can use and do
That'll
budget
give us a few
transfers.
more days to come up with some avenues that we can explore
Yes, sir.
to,
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we commit to a minimum of $1,000 to send the ozone,
Yeah.
what's called the ozone team to state tournament.
you heard a motion, I hear a second.
I second.
Have a second. Any further discussion? How you vote, Ms. Marley?
Aye.
Ms. Barney?
Aye.
Yes.
Aye. Okay.
Thank you, thanks again.
We'll revisit on the 28th.
All right.
Put that on your calendar.
Today's not, thank you, if you go to Washington County Commission meeting, they'll usually give a donation for all-star teams.
Yes.
If I could add, I did that. If they go to the Washington, the county, every one of them county commissioners, if you look at them, they'll give you $100.
Yeah.
But I think they give you some out of the county,
They
county.
may
Yeah,
have
they
from the
have.
county
They
fund.
didn't give me none out of the county fund when I went, but every one of them give me money.
Okay.
Every one of them, I got like $500 when I went in there, just
Well-
going to the county commissioner meeting. You know, Charles was there. He got me
Washington,
He's
that.
still there now.
if they give
They
Chipley,
Oh, thank you, Chipley mega dollars last year for
I
the
know.
state coming to Chipley, you know.
I know.
Also hit up the Chipley,
Chamber of
The
Commerce.
Kiwanis,
Kiwanis Club.
yeah, we hit Kiwanis up, they're gonna do about
Yeah.
200, I think.
Good. Congratulations
Thank you.
on the
Thank you.
season, yeah.
I'm guaranteeing. We'll, we can get up to the lodge. Have you touched with the lodge yet here in Wausau?
I have.
I have,
Have you?
I'm waiting on them. Hear back from them.
Yeah, well, they like
I think
everybody
we're
else.
gonna try a fish fry. I was gonna get rolling up. If you guys got any fish in your freezer, we'll take
Hey.
them.
Like I told you about my fishing trip the other day, all I did was ride the boat. I didn't catch any fish. It was
There's
just,
fish in my freezer, I've been somebody
But
else's
we're gonna help
house.
you anyway. That's the center, the sense of
We'll get you the stuff.
the council. We will help you out. We'll, I'll start picking up more cans on the side of the road, and I'll designate them just for recreation department.
How is the money going to be managed? Does that have to come through the city books? How's that going to happen?
On my end, you talking about?
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers?
Yeah, you get donations, how's that money being managed? I know this is an extension of the city's recreation program, but is this something, are we gonna have to be involved in passing that through our books, or?
Our check we will.
Yeah.
I have
but-
to check with Hilton on that.
Okay, because if he's getting it from all kind of sources, does he have to have some kind of covering accountability or something like that? I don't know how that works.
Somewhere you're gonna have a checking account. I just assumed that it was going back through the,
And the reason I thought that, I want to
Correct.
give you, my wife and I would give you a personal contribution. I just need to know how to manage that. Do I make it to the town?
Well,
And
what way we have it right
we'll give you cash before you leave, or?
The way it's set up right now, we have a checking account set up with Wausau Red Sox. That's the name of our team, that's the way the checking account's set up. And we have 2 people on it for double verification.
Right,
sure,
So,
yeah.
and we each keep ledgers.
Yeah. Ask Hilton, because if we don't have to be in, if we don't
If we don't have to run it
if we don't have to be
through our books,
involved, the more layers that you get involved in,
Yeah.
it gets difficult. If they can do it through a checking account,
our check, we can make
Yeah.
our check to Wausau Red Sox,
if
yeah.
they can do it through their checking account, we don't have to be involved in it, don't have to be audited for it. I think it's gonna be easier on them, and I certainly think it'll be easier on us. And when she finds out, I'll make you a personal contribution.
Okay.
I'll check it out.
anything further?
Nobody's signed in.
Nobody signed yet. Madam Clerk.
Okay, first thing I want to do is, James and I have worked with All Star Sporting Goods, Miss Sharon Kirk, all season, and she sent a card to thank you, and to the Wausau Town Council and the Recreation Department. She wanted to express her appreciation for the opportunity to do business with you during the 2016 ball season. If I can help you with anything in the future, please call. Thank you for keeping your business local. But she gave us some real Sunny Hills.
Is that Mark Kirk's share? Is that Mark's wife?
It is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know they was doing,
Yeah, they closed the store in Mariana
yeah, I didn't know, I said, yeah, I didn't know that.
because of their partner, I think. But she's out doing it out of her home, and she done our chili cook-off trophies,
Yeah.
and she gave us a great deal on our baseball trophies.
They were a lot cheaper than any other thing.
That's
I've seen
great.
whenever I
That's
look at
great.
the prices.
And they're very nice trophies, you know,
Yeah.
for $6 a piece.
Wow.
Where was that?
Well, it's
Out of
ni-
Sunny Hills.
It's nice of her to
Where
recognize
is it?
our business with them. I think
Yeah.
It's in a home somewhere down there.
Oh,
Haverhill Drive or something like that.
oh, okay, so that's,
Well, it's a business, All-Star Sporting Goods. So they do plaques and everything,
there's primarily things like that.
yeah. But, just want to recognize that. And my other, if y'all have y'all's list for the, DOT projects, the local area projects, I'll take those tonight, compile them and have them for y'all by next month. I'll compile them and be ready to send to DOT. If y'all just give them to me at the end of the meeting.
Oh, okay.
Number B, we're pulling that from the agenda. Mr. Collins has withdrew his resignation, so he will be still on the committee. The 4th Avenue project is ready to bid. We have the plans and specs in the office. The mandatory pre-bid is June the 15th. The bid opening is on July the 8th, and y'all will award that bid on the 14th of July. Mine's just information tonight. Hilton, we need to recess this meeting tonight where they can present the audit at the 28th. They were here today and be somewhat here tomorrow. But we should have the audit ready by the 28th. Audits have to be to the state of Florida by the 30th.
Right. So we've got to be back by 28th.
28th, yes, but we'll do that at the end of the meeting.
Yeah.
And that's all I have.
I had received I thank you from, during a time like this, we realize how much our friends and relatives really mean to us. Your expression of sympathy will always be remembered. Thank you for the beautiful flowers, the Lindsay Corbin family. So, just a small thank you. You pass it now and see if you want to. And you have nothing else?
I told you I wouldn't know.
And some of y'all that didn't know it, I mean, real briefly on this, we had a few flags got stolen, and in the process, the newspaper picked up on it. And then from the newspapers, I got a call the other night, and I'm sure Miss Margaret got one. And
Yeah. Maybe get was taken for flags.
and she wanted to, Ms. Wayne Grail, our United States representative up in Washington, D.C., called and said that she was sitting there in her office looking at a stuffed possum that she had won down here at Possum Day. I said, I can't imagine you know about Wausau, Florida, you know. And he said, oh, yeah, I do. She said, I was down there, I believe she said last year, maybe last year. She even had a stuffed possum down here. So anyway, she was like the rest of us, it was outraged that people, you know, steal a flag of all things, you know. But anyway, she, for 4 days, they're gonna fly 4 different flags over the United States Capitol. And at the end of those 4 days, she's gonna have them wrapped and taken care of properly, and gonna send them to Wausau, and suppose we should get them next week. So we're gonna have to try to think of how to use those in the correct way. But I thought it was very great that she decided to do that. And then the day before, a couple of days, 3 days after the information hit the newspaper, Mr. Kenneth Finch, some of y'all probably know him. He had retired military and come back to Wausau, and he came in here and said, how much 7 flag cost? I said, roughly poles and everything, probably about $10, $12 a piece. He just gave us $80. And we've had other people try to give us donations, and it whoever stole them, I hope they really enjoy them. But it's been a positive for us, to tell you the truth. You know, we've got more, Wausau's got more press out of that than we've had since Possum Day started. But it's been a good positive.
We even found out about a young lady pilfering chocolate candy from the Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, we found out about this little girl that used to at one time pilfer some candy from the Piggly Wiggly and got in trouble about it. Had to be walked right back in there too. In arm.
Drove me back in there. I was 4.
With a hand on the arm, said, "You go back in there." And that's the way most of us learned, really. And
Well, now I know who the 2 people who read my column are in Washington County.
oh yeah. But it was kind of fun. I like that, humorous. But
We need more
we all learn through those ways.
We need more
And
days
some
like
people,
that.
I don't think, got a good education from their parents, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I think this may be one of them. I hope it's just one that stole 7 flags. I hope there's not 7 idiots out there that stole 1 flag each. I mean, that's all I'm hoping for. I'd rather have one out there.
Yeah, I agree.
We already
When y'all watch tape on Chipley Reserve, we're one of the idiots.
well, I'm sorry. I hope that the guy that did it knows what I think about him.
That's called First
I definitely would
That's
not
called
put
First
in
Amendment,
bunches.
Mr. Mayor.
That's the only thing I can say on TV here that I think is appropriate. I mean,
Yeah, that's called First Amendment.
yeah.
You recognize me if you see one, don't you?
And that definitely. And I think I have not talked to anyone that's thought anything better of him, but something like that, whoever it is, him or her, I better be equal there, man. What I have on SOG, we've already done that. And we're supposed to give a small report on our temporary employee. We've only had him here, about 2 weeks, 3 weeks? And me, from my viewpoint, I think he's doing a real good job. He's trying to learn. The only problem I have with him, I have to keep slowing him down. He's used to working out in the private industry, and you got to keep slowing him down. Damn man, don't keep shoving it. I said, y'all keep water, you keep Gatorade with you, quit running everywhere you go. You know, that's about the only bad complaint I've got about him is I can't slow him down, but, he's doing great. I'm not a great, you know, what was that you said one time? You never give an excellent rating to anybody? I remember you saying that one
Yeah, I
time.
was told that, but you.
Yeah, we were rating somebody, he said, I'll never give an excellent somebody. But anyway, he's doing a good
That's,
job.
he spoke the truth, too.
And, well, I mean, that's good. I mean,
Roger.
as I've thought about it since you told that one time, you know, I said, you know what, that's probably pretty close. It's kind of hard to give excellent, because it's hard to backpedal from that. And you can't, next time, give him a better rating, so you're in trouble. But he's doing a great job, I think. If y'all have any work orders y'all want to put in, you know, we got blanks there in the office and handle them.
Which is the license form, is that the one we're using now?
Well, we're using both of them. We
I
have
did.
some of it.
Yeah.
I just write mine down, I don't even put my name or
He
anything on it.
just
I
write,
just
he
give
just
them,
wanna write his out.
I just write them down and, say,
No,
get them when you
Roger
can.
asked for business day.
I put the date it was done and
Roger asked
there's
for
a
the
place
business
there
day.
somewhere to say,
Y'all want
date
one?
completed.
I'll put you some in there.
And, so there's but anyway, I'm satisfied with him. Y'all had any dealings with him since he's been working for us?
Bernie put in a work order and he's got that one complete. Somebody run over the reflector on Glenn and Jackson there,
Yeah.
her.
Oh, we had a lady this morning calling, burning that phone up, and we out there in the middle of trying to isolate, the well out here on, she's burning, I hit a limb in my yard. So I finally I saw him go on that roof. Said, we promise you, it will be taken care of in just a little while.
Was it Arlene?
Hell yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably our one.
I don't think so. Yeah, I doubt that. Not the
Well,
one I saw.
While they was
That came out
picking that
of-
one up, somebody seen them and called and said they had a few out too.
Oh, well, anyway. But I mean, it was a widow woman, so we've always helped widow women in the past in town. I know they sure helped my mom out a lot of times when I wasn't around to where I should have been closer to home, and I appreciate it. And
Reckon they could help my wife.
if
She
y'all,
ain't with her, but she's
if
close.
y'all don't want us to help widow women out, you better tell me now, because I'm gonna tell them to go do it if we need it. You know, minor thing. We're not gonna cut the yard for them.
We're gonna be close to Mayberry as we can. ain't we?
Yes, sir.
For as long as you can.
This is like I've told people, this is a bedroom community that I consider it a bedroom community, and I love it. I mean, I used to call my mom and I say, how's things at Wausau? She said, just like the last time you called. I said, leave it just like
Don't
that.
mess with it.
Anyway, Mr. Roger Delhagen, you got anything? Let me get out of here.
Yeah, I didn't know you wanted these things in writing. I thought we was gonna discuss our project list. We're gonna discuss them the next time after you compile them. Is that what we're gonna do?
I think so, that would be the best.
Okay, that'd be fine.
I think most everybody's gonna have probably the same one. you know.
what
I didn't have, I just
Okay.
wrote mine quick, I had them on this, but
Okay.
if you want them in writing, I got that. I was prompted while you was talking, down on Jefferson Street, the lot, the pasture down there's got a couple of dead trees in there and all like that.
We've just
I
got new
wonder-
owners in there and we're trying to get them to take those out.
If they would, I just wondered if we might mention to them that overhang is actually out on the road and some
Yeah,
things
we
like
picked up
that.
limbs off of that today.
That's
Yeah.
continuous.
Yeah.
Almost
Well,
every
there was some right
Thursday.
there behind Mr. Johns' old place, or Mr.
Yeah.
Johns or Bruce, I don't, it's
Yeah.
kind of like in that area, I don't know.
Well, it's
where their line
almost
is,
right
but-
directly behind
But
Ruth.
then the one that I think about was across.
Yeah, Donnie's.
Yeah, and.
They're inside that fence,
Yeah,
but
Well, we'd have done got
we
it.
always picking them up out the street.
Yeah.
I mean, those big old limbs.
Yeah.
We watch, I expect every time I look down that street, to see one of them laying out offside in the middle of the street,
I
but,
don't know that we can necessarily take down the tree inside the
No.
fence, but if they'd let us, they need to do something, because if it falls over there, it might
Well.
get a car or a walker.
well, if it does, it's their problem,
Yeah.
but it's on their property, so. It would be to their advantage to take it up anytime.
Well, would I be on the way to ask what was the update with the cleanup doings, the cleanup, for the homes?
No, it wouldn't be out of place.
Um,
Our man was supposed to be here and he was gonna give us a little money, but
he left.
he left.
The
so-
Spooners that are down on 4th Avenue, Talked with Mr. Jeff this week. They picked up their certified letter from him, so he did not serve them because they picked the certified letter up and he's keeping the 20 days on them.
Okay.
So, as of the day they picked the letter up, they get to start their 20 days.
And
The car is gone out of the tree and they're beginning some cleanups up there. They also picked their letter up and he's doing monitoring those two there. We're going to send the supermarket another letter. They will mow it as soon as we send them a letter, you know.
yeah.
So,
Okay, on the one on Fourth Avenue, 20 days from whatever day.
what day
that's
they picked the letter up?
And then the next, thing will be what, if they do
We'll go
not?
in and clean it up, I imagine, and then we'll put a
We'll
lien
clean
on
it
their
up and
property.
have to.
That's a property owner there,
Uh-huh.
so we can put a lien on their property.
That's what I thought it would be.
You got,
I'd say, and then after those three, you will be starting on,
We'll
three
start
more,
on
is that
that.
the way it's working?
Well, we
Yeah.
got 3 more in progress already.
Yeah, they're in staggers.
But
But-
have,
You gotta jump through all these hoops. I mean, the first thing, just
Yeah.
write a letter, next time, a certified letter, and if those are getting further along, we're getting some more coming along.
now, some of it may be our fault for granting extensions or whatever, but it's 20 days that started in January.
I know, that's,
Yeah.
Now we in the middle of the year. I don't know how he's gonna monitor what the next thing he's gonna do, but
I know.
He's following the ordinance, he said. I talked to him the day before yesterday.
Because if with that one down there next to me, if it keeps on, that alley's gonna be closed to Bobley's Pond, and we hadn't said anything yet, but, there's
one.
plywood and a big blanket down there in the alley going to Bobley's Pond.
I believe we sent a letter.
Yeah, he's on the
He's
letter
on,
list.
he's on the list, yeah.
the
one
next
there
one.
behind Jimmy Waters is too, that's real good.
They,
Yeah, that,
Kerry went and looked at that, it's not in foreclosure, but it's in somewhere near foreclosure. But he
Which
said
one, Roger Dale?
he said they had mowed it and all, the last time.
he did? Wow, last time I had been there a long time, it was hard to see the
It
trailer.
wasn't moved today.
And
What
what-
about today?
And,
But I know Kerry had been by there.
I know last time I was already,
Yeah.
up there, you could hardly see the trailer. And see what that.
I'll ask you about that one.
But now, why does the foreclosure make a difference? Somebody owns that. And if the bank or a finance company owns it, and they've got
Yeah,
money
it doesn't
involved
make, right,
in it.
this one is just in limbo. It's not foreclosed on yet, and it's not. They
But then
moved out and
somebody
abandoned
owns it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Somebody's got
I go along with that.
there's a deed somewhere,
You
and
can't get blood from.
Grantham, I think it's Grantham anymore. That property is, supposedly being auctioned. I mean, that was last month.
I think it's.
That's what,
Yeah.
Gary said last month, said it's supposed to be going to auction this month.
Yeah,
So I'm not sure if it is or not. I don't know.
Which one was that?
I'll check on it.
And
West of, on Pioneer.
Billy Grattan's place. Billy
Miss Marlene? Gary, anything?
No, on the dogs, what about ordinance on the dogs? How is it?
We're trying to enforce if we can get a dog, we take him to Washington County and they'll bill us for him, you know. I called Jim out one night for some loose dogs, but we didn't find them when we got there. He said he rode around for an hour or so and didn't find any dogs out.
Today, when I left here, library, I went on Jackson, right there was 2 dogs out. And one, I don't know he was mean looking, but he was probably just a puppy, looked like a pit bull. And the other one was a little black. Both of them had collars, but I couldn't tell if they
If
had
they had
them.
Wausau tails.
It was just looked like collars they had bought. Well, they were roaming. They went to the house right there we were talking about, the one that got the letter. And then they went to the next house where my neighbor has her dogs pinned up. And they agitated her dogs. And then when I came back to tell you were gone, and when I see if Jimbo was here, Betty called him and told him, which I figured he'd gone. But when I went back, They were down at the creek.
He may not have went that far, I know he went. but-
Okay, and then they came back though, and then they cut across the yard. I cut across, in front of Betty Nicholas.
There's more
Grandson.
dogs, there's more dogs.
Well, I
on the
was
street.
sharing with Marlene too, last week or week before last, what's this, Bobby's down here, pit bull was out.
It may have been his, I don't know.
Because Fred was in the back mowing and that pit bull was out.
Over on Jefferson Street about 2 weeks ago, there was two that had each other by the jaw. One, and they was locked up there, and I don't know if they didn't know how to turn each other loose or what, but there was two right there in the street. One had his on the lower jaw, one on the upper jaw. One of them belongs to the house on the corner, one belongs to the house there. And that one's on a chain today. I did see that one on a chain. I don't know about the one across the street on the corner of 4th and Jefferson. Mr. Kelly, there was a young lady, young girl, said that was her dog that the other one had a hold of, and then the other one went back, I think, behind Miss Spence's house. Yeah. And that one was on a chain today. I saw it today.
Is that one right across from Mike Moody's place?
No,
No, back up the street from it.
Because Donna and I walked, around, and that house across from Mike Moody's.
Yeah, there's somebody that lays there.
And one of them tried to bite us the other day, nipped at our heels, scared us to death.
Well,
One thing about it, the Lord has heard answered prayer. Two of Thomas's is died for provost. I hope the whole town gets it. I hope every one of them gets it. It lays right up down that road, flat.
The ones that out roaming.
I mean, and I'm just like y'all, and I've seen it's a big old dog down this other side of your mother-in-law's house. It's a big dog. He's got like a harness on him. Have you seen him? He's got a harness goes around on both sides of his shoulder. And you see him one day, and the next day you don't see him. He'll be out in the street, laying in the street. Next day you don't see him. And that's the problem we have. We don't have any.
We're scared of those dogs.
But I can't. Just like we've been through this so many times, I don't know how you catch them. If you get down there and they're gone. And, I mean, if we call out the animal control from Chipley, he might come here tomorrow. I mean, it's just, he's got so many places he got to go. This has been ongoing for all my problems.
But Fred was wishing that pit bull would go on in our yard the other day.
Well, if you go to your yard, then that can be a different story then, a
Big
different
minus
ending.
one pit bull.
You can identify him, then you catch him.
Have a different ending. But I just don't, I don't know where to go with it.
I don't understand how, if you.
I mean, if you see him right there, over here at St. Charles Park, walking around. And by the time we get Jimbo down there, we just see him and he down there. That's another thing, I don't know.
How we can.
We haven't gotten into that kind of thing, but he's temporary, and I don't.
But on the ones that have not been registered, obviously,
They don't.
those two had not been registered, or they probably would not have died with this.
Yeah.
Right?
It's no problem.
Because they would have had the shots. It's two with Thomas's.
If we can get him caught up,
Puppies.
we can catch him now, that's a different
yeah,
thing.
we can get them out.
I mean, they were pinned up. It was
I know
just-
Goose registered, but I don't think
They were,
that's all the one he's got registered.
there were two puppies she's talking about, which I.
Anything further? We'll just have to work on some holes this way, Ms. Bernie, you have anything?
No.
Need
Nothing further?
to recess this meeting.
I'm wearing a recess until the 28th of this month. We'll come back for auditor's report and to
Well, to recess, we can work on anything.
get an update from the recreation department. And start finding more money.
What if we'd had two teams that had went?
We'll try to see.
We've
Or
been in
three
trouble.
teams, or four teams, all the teams,
Hey,
all
wait a
five
minute.
teams
Hey,
have
wait a
been
minute.
played.
Wait a minute.
I mean, because
Please do not bring that
do.
up.
I mean, it does happen, because because they did not even have to play in district, did you, to go to state? And I know that's happened in Chipley, right? You said you didn't have to play a district game to go to state?
Amen.
Okay, so you're
Are you asking, are we playing district to go to state?
No, I said because they said, I said, what if next time we have 2 or 3 or all 5 teams?
Oh, yeah.
Playing, go, how are we going to budget, you know, or help?
Well, you're not this year,
I know, not this year.
but next year, you know,
I thought we were discussing
Yeah,
tonight.
They can have
because yeah, because Chipley, oh, yeah. I know there's something in the city. And my
That-
wife, they kept going on
Our
some
roads are
girls.
just about yes wide, they go down, rack, at 250.
They approve everything on their agenda. They chose not to even, they didn't want to even play.
I just couldn't get from Chipley to here fast enough.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing
They were
okay.
second place